Hello FlossTube, my name is Tamara, and in today's video I wanted to show you what I have been stitching, which projects I have been finishing, which projects are going to be started, like new projects, and I hope you like my today's video. So that's why I'm wishing you to enjoy it. I wanted to film a little bit and show you how this design is going on, because I risk to show you already the finished design. So this is dimensions, this is Christmas traditions, and yes, I still cannot stop stitching this one. Yes, because I tried stitching something else. You'll see later what I'm speaking about. But I just cannot stop stitching this one. This is the only design, the only project which attracts me stitching right now. I made quite a huge progress because everything is stitched. Generally speaking, the house is stitched. Everything is stitched because what I'm doing here actually is a background and it's half stitch. So I can start already back stitching the house. And I thought, because I have here a lot of half stitch, so that I wouldn't get bored of this half stitch, I'm going to, today, my plan is to alternate, because it's morning, to do like half stitch and then back stitch a little bit, because back stitch is quite a lot, you see. So I'm going to alternate this one, and the last part probably which I'm going to make is going to be this Christmas tree, which is outside. And this corner, you see the upper right corner, this one doesn't have so much stitch, so much half stitch, I would say. So not so much work to be done. I am supposing that in 3 days, maybe 4, I'm going to finish, I'll see. By the way, I'm filming like this because I didn't want to take it out. I'm stitching on the it's not a frame, how it's called, stand. Yeah, it's a lap stand. This is from Luka S, the Moldovan Luka S. I bought it like from the actual shop, brand shop in Chisinau last summer. I like it. I chose then the it's not the width, the length. It's 56 centimeters. I think it's the biggest one they had, you see. The good thing is that you can use like long designs here. And if you don't like, because you see these holes, and these holes, I can make it like it's 30, I think it's the maximum. But if you would like to work for a smaller part so that it would be comfortable for your arms, you can make it smaller. I made it smaller, and it's okay. The thing is that you cannot change the frame, so you have to work just with this frame. Nevertheless, it was bought from Chisinau, from the brand shop in pounds. It was 25 pounds, which is a great value, I would say, for this thing. I like it more, and I use it more since I bought it. This one than Lowry, because Lowry, the British Lowry, I have it. Now it's not standing. I use it for chatelaine, and I'll probably assemble it again when I'll restart the Sanssouci castle. I'll restart it again. But this one is great, and I'm thinking if this summer I'm going to be in Chisinau again, probably I'm going to buy another one, but smaller, because this is the largest size they have, and I'll buy a smaller one, I think. I'm not sure. I'll see. Okay, and yes, by the way, I had such an idea. You see here, there are like this, I don't know how they are called, and they are supposed to be kind of Visa decorations, and I thought, as long as Visa decorations, why not make them sparkle? And I used the 2 threads, cotton threads, which are according to the key, because this one comes in 2 colors of yellow, but to each of them I added 1 thread of Kreinik, Japan number 1002J. This is the one which is usually used in dimensions, when they have gold threads, the one which you have to add to the thread you have there, the cotton thread. And it's slightly evident, but it's evident, I like the effect. And having like this one done, I said, wow, nice. And these red things, which you cannot understand what they are, they're actually ribbons. These ones, you see, they are bows. They're bows, sorry, not ribbons. Bows which are made from ribbons. And I thought, why not? Because here you see that there is a ref. And I said, why not making this one also festive? And I already looked into my Kreinik box and I found this one. It's a blending filament. It's 003 high luster. It's this red, and I used the red I needed here because I also needed 2 shades of red cotton floss, but I added also 2 threads of this one because this one is thinner than the golden one. And yeah, it's nice. I like the idea of having it here. So yes, I'm going to continue stitching this one, and I think that the next time when you are going to see this one, it's going to be already finished already project. And I wanted to show you how the other project is going on. I almost forgot to show you. So this is Nora Corbett 6 geese laying, and this is what I have so much. Yes, not a lot. I finished the frame, like 3 parts of the frame, the checkered frame, and I started here in the the down part, like doing the cross stitches. Usually I do this kind of designs. I work like this. I do the cross stitches first, I do the back stitch after, and I add the beads and the embellishments, I mean like the treasures, I add them in the end. This is how I do, and I cannot do it otherwise. And by the way, I organized my threads and the beads on the organizer from Wonderland with the one which I had, and I like it. So far I like it, so it's a nice one. And I'm thinking that probably if I'm not going to like stick to this work or decide suddenly that I want to stitch this one, most probably I'm going to finish this one, and I'm going to use the same stand, and I'm going to take the fabric from here, and I'm going to put it on the stand and stitch there, because I started liking stitching with a stand, because with a frame, let's say so, because so far I was kind of more a hoop stitcher, you know. But this one, by the way, broke. You see, it doesn't stand like this. I have to use a how it's called, the instrument. I have to buy a new one. This is from Elbsy, but it was like I think 5 years I had it. So for 5 years, for 20 and something, almost 30 pounds, it's okay. I think it's 20 and something pounds, I'm not sure. So I decided that I'm going to buy a new one. I'm not going to throw this one away, because it still works if you are like doing the screwing here, but it's annoying that you have to do it all the time, you see. So I'm thinking about buying a new one. Yes, and this would be the progress I have at the moment. Yes, I decided to film kind of like, you know, like in the field, not all the time like on the table with beautiful background and things like this. So you'll see how this one looks in between when I'm stitching it. And I wanted to show you some purchases of mine, which are not for cross stitching, or at least when people made them and sold them, they didn't intend them for cross stitching, but I'm going to adapt them, and decided to show them here as a vlog, I would say. So not from the purchases department purchase video with the things I purchased. So you can see such a basket. The basket is for fruit, I suppose, because it's taken from the kitchen department of TK Maxx. The thing is that I was looking for such a basket for a long time, but I couldn't find something I would like, what I need it for. Something like this. You see, they are staying in that tray and they are like falling down, because the tray it's not so deep, or how would I say, it's not so high, the like here the ends. So what I liked about this one, first of all, because it's light, you see it's kind of cream, and the things which are here, they are thread, you see, and I liked it. I like how it looked, I like how big it is, I like everything about this one, and I bought it, and I'll try in a second to put this ones here, and you'll see how they fit here. So this one is to be put in my not drawer, in my cupboard, yes, where I put all my things for cross stitch. So it would be behind the glass, like kind of not so much for display, but for keeping them like here, because you see it's airy and it's light, and I think it's going to be beautiful. In a second I'll try to put them here, and you'll see how they look like, how it looks like. This is how it looks like. Nice. And it's like 2-3 smalls still can fit here, because from that tray they were falling all the time, but here they fit perfectly. So yeah, I know it's mostly pink and light blue, but this is my summer spring collection of small little beautiful things. Yeah, nice. So I'm happy about the basket. And other things which I purchased, this is this, I don't know how this kind of boxes are called. Probably all of you know, because they are in different sizes, and they are for craft. Usually these boxes are for craft. This one opens, and this one goes like this, something like this. Bought it from TK Maxx, and what caught my attention was the fact that these ones here, they are fabric, and they have this thing here inside. I already tried, I think, here, like, to pull this one, and yes, there is some glue underneath, but you can pull it. I want to stitch something, make it into a pin keep, and insert it here so that this one would be decorated. So this was the main thing. Yes, it's okay to keep charms, buttons, small things here, like for keeping, but my main thing was like, why not keeping it in something which is stitched by you? And what I would like to have here, like the first thing which came to my mind when I saw this one is the fact that I have in my stash stitched such 2 owls, sweet lovers owls from RTO, and they were stitched in 2017 when I had my baby boy, and I was like having long park walks with the pram, the buggy, how it's called. So he was a baby, he was sleeping a lot, and I remember sitting like on a bench stitching, and he was sleeping like at fresh air in the park. I remember this sweet moments, and I haven't finished them because I thought that not in a frame, finished them in something else. They are stitched on Aida, because that time I was stitching on Aida, so their time will come. But the thing is, unfortunately, that they are too big for this. Their size is too big for these squares. So unfortunately, I cannot put them here. But I remember that in my stash I have 2 kids. Yeah, don't laugh. Yeah, they are sweet love. How do you say? Sweet tooth. Yes. Owls who have sweet teeth, a sweet tooth. Yeah, this is Neocraft. It's called the brand. They are in my stash for 5 or 6 years, 5 years for sure, I think. And this is such an owl. How do you say? A sad baby girl owl with lollipop, and the boy with some ice cream. They are also too big, not so much as these ones, because these ones are too big, but they are like too big. But the thing is that, and this one is a kit, you see. The thing is that here it's even width, which is the 28th count. But if I would stitch them on a 32nd count, like make them smaller, they would fit. You see. And thinking about like changing the fabric, I remember that I have such kind of, Zweigart has even width, also checkered, how it's called, and I have such a piece, like, bought again a lot of years ago from Casa Cennina, just for fun, because I think it was the year when they released it and everybody was buying it. Or I bought it for a project which I haven't stitched yet. Okay, so I thought about taking that thing, that even width, counting to see if this one fits. If they are going to fit on that checkered even width, for sure it's going to be there. So yeah, the continuation is going to follow for these ones. Yeah, the owls. So this is the box I have, and probably so the other box. Just a sec, I'll show this one. This one is from TK Maxx, and this one is for organization. It was from the department where it was like stationery. Yeah, from the stationery department. And I bought this one for my silk threads. I don't have so many, and they were like all of them in a box, in an IKEA round box, but here I tried more or less to organize them. So here I have the Gloriana the ones which I'm not using, they either are purchased for a project which I haven't stitched yet, or these ones usually were used already. And these are not the Glorianas which I have in the box which were for Sanssouci Castle, because I have a lot of them there. Yeah, so just... And here is thread gatherer. I have some thread gatherer. Here is a mix of Caron. I don't have very many Caron. Also, the threads I used for the autumn box by Victoria Sampler. I mean, because I use the little and I have a lot, they are going to be useful for other Victoria Sampler designs. This is from Doll, I remember. What these ones are called? Rosewood Manor uses a lot of them. Don't remember. They're leftovers for sure. And here I have again some Romi's creations from the doll skirts I used to stitch, or for ones I have to stitch, and some silk ribbons. Some silk ribbons I have here. This is not the final organization I have. I just tried to take from that box and more or less organize them by brand. But I'm thinking about having a cardboard, you know, like good, nice cardboard, using some fabric I have, which I don't think I'm going to use for something, and use Eileen Stacky glue and make, you know, like things here. And this one's still not living on this ones because it takes a lot of space, but taking plastic or cardboard bobbins, cheap ones, not expensive ones, and like putting them on those, because I'll have like 4 or 5 rows for sure, and I'm going to be able to fit here much more. So if I'm going to do that organization, I mean like this ones, of this kind of bobbins, you see. So for example, I took this one and I put it here. This is a Kreinik Mori, you see, and I have this one, so this one won't go here. This is Soie d'Alger, things like this. So yes, I'm thinking about like having bobbins and making like you know, like walls inside, and I'm sure that this little thing is going to fit inside a lot of silk threads. And that's not everything. I said in one video that I managed this winter holidays to organize my Kreiniks. I have such a box. This is a cardboard box. It's good quality, so it's very, very, you won't like do anything with it. This one is from IKEA, and I don't know if they're selling, but probably they are on their regular basis. The thing is that it was just before Christmas, and there was a department where they were selling you know, Christmas ribbons, boxes for different things for Christmas, and I just noticed this one. I opened it. I saw that it's you can open it. I opened it and I said, okay, I'm taking it, because I liked how it looked. Just a second. I liked how it looked here. So it has the walls already, you see, separating walls, so you can move these ones, you can make them larger or smaller. And I don't have a lot of Kreinik, by the way. Besides this, I have 2 or 3 more, I think, somewhere in between. And I tried to put the Kreinik like this, and I can see the numbers, because I was hating the fact that I couldn't see the numbers, you see. So I thought that in time this one is going to go just for Kreinik, and I'm going to arrange it like this. And it's going to be able to see, I mean, the numbers, because the good thing is that they are how they say height. Their height goes exactly until this one. So far, here are the other how they say, sparkling threads I have, not only sparkling. So I have the only fuzzy stuff. I have one, and it was used for a Halloween design as far as I remember. I have the Whisper, which was used for the legs in the Nora Corbett's insects, and I have the White Whisper, which I don't remember where I used. I have here some Rainbow Gallery, but this is not the new one. These are the ones which were already used, and I have a lot of them in the Sanssouci Castle and Gardens. Again, here is some DMC Diamant, the golden one. I have 2 golds. I have 1 red, 1 silver, and 1 black. I have here some, this is the Anchor golden one. I'm not keeping it for stitching. I'm keeping it for making like cords, you know, like sometimes when I'll need it. This is the kind of thread which glows in the dark. I used it twice, I think, in the projects, but nevertheless, if I'll need it, I'll have it. This is a DMC also. This is E677. I probably bought it for a project, but it stays here. I don't know. I'll see when I'll need some. And this is how it's called, DMC Etoile, how this one is called. This ones were as a present in one cross stitch magazine which I purchased years ago. I think when they were released, this was the time, and that's it. That's why so far these ones are staying here. But I'm thinking that in time, this box, if I won't find something more appropriate, this one is going to stay for Kranix. Because so far it's okay. I mean, like the fact that I can tuck them here, that their height is exactly like this one, and I can see the numbers. So far these ones are all number 4s. These ones are the number 8s, if I'm not wrong, and here are the blending filaments, and here are all the Japan threads, because I use them in some projects, if I remember correctly. Yeah, something like this. And that's not everything. Even that's not everything. Yeah, I purchased also some frames. These are 4x4 inches frames from TK Maxx, and I bought everything. They had a little bit of discount, you know. This was already after the winter holidays, and I purchased all the colors they had there. So they had like white on with silver. This is kind of dusty pink with gold. This is beige with gold, and this is dark with gold. I'm not so sure about dark with gold if we'll go for what I want to do, but I thought about finishing these ones, because this is just now the seasonal things I have, and I said that I thought about like finishing them all like on a cardboard and like just changing, but no, changing won't work, and they don't cost so much. So I thought this is white, and this would go, because these 3 except the black one, you know, the pink, the white and the beige, they go for all of them. So I thought maybe looking into another TK Maxx for one of these colors, and finishing them all, each one in its frame. I'm going to try with winter first. So as a how they say, as a size it fits, but I need to see how it's going to be here, because this is kind of frame which slides, you know, and I have to see how well it goes here, because I need to make it not so how they say, not so thick. It should be something thin. So I'll try to do with one. If it works, I'm going to look for one more frame, and probably I will have these ones framed. I'll see. And finally, I finished Christmas Tradition by Dimensions. Yes. So this design didn't let me live and breathe until I finished it. And this is how it looks. This one, as I said previously, in more than one video, I think, it was started, I think, I'm not very sure, it was started in 2018. I stitched just a little corner here. 2018 I tried to continue, I mean like before Christmas, and I stitched a little bit more like here, and that's it, I stopped. And every year before Christmas I was like remembering this design because I like it, and this year I took it, and you know what? This year this design said that it's time. It's my time, you're going to stitch me, and nothing else. Because when the moment I started stitching it, this one didn't let me live and breathe. I was stitching, I couldn't start anything else. I just was like stitching it until I got it finished. I said, okay, I did it, now let me stitch something else. Nevertheless, I liked it until the last half stitch, until the last back stitch, everything. It's so beautiful, and it's so Christmassy. I suppose because me and my son, we made a story, because such designs which are not how to say, very real to life, or how they say, cartoon designs, yes. He likes very much to watch them, and when he saw it, he said, how this one is called? He knows that my stitches have a name, and I said Christmas Tradition, and said, okay, it's the fact that it's Christmas, yes, I can see, but what's the tradition? And I said, okay, probably this family, they live somewhere in the woods, and they have a Christmas tradition that before Christmas they go and they cut a Christmas tree, and they are bringing it home and they are decorating it. Of course, they go with the children and the dog. They go with their father, because the father was the one who cut the tree. He just put it here. The children are like carrying the tree, and father is like just following them somewhere, like you don't see him. And he said, but they have already a Christmas tree and it's decorated. And I said, okay, yes, they do, but this one is for is for animals from the woods, so that they would be like also celebrating Christmas, because this one is outside, and this one is also for the snowman. They are getting one which they are going to put inside the house. And he said, okay, but inside, if everybody went out to cut the tree, who's inside the house? There are lights inside the house. They said, okay, it's mommy, who probably already got the boxes with the Christmas decorations, and she's waiting for them to come with the tree. And the house smells so nice, because while they were away, she baked some delicious cupcakes, and she's waiting for them. And this is the Christmas tradition which the family has. I think so. Nice one, very nice one. I made some changes here, because I said that in the red color, which the ribbons are here, I added some blending filament, and in the yellow, where the decorations are here, I added Japan number 1002J. I added here, but I added it, like blended it with the thread, you know. And also there are some sparklings which had to be made with white thread, but I thought that it's going to look quite boring with the white thread. That's why I changed it with, again, Kreinik 032 blending. It's not blending filament. This one is not blending filament, is very fine number 4 braid. Beautiful. And when the time came for the Christmas tree, my imagination got crazy because I decided that blending the metallic thread here, it was okay, but not everywhere it's seen so well. That's why here I stitched it with the cold colors by the key, but over it I went one more time, making one more stitch, cross stitch, just with this thin metallic thread. So the golden one went here everywhere, and the red one everywhere where is red, you see. And there are like also sparklings here, and I added the blending filament again. Sorry, why I'm saying blending filament? The this one, the 032. So these are the free metallic threads which I added in this design. And the Christmas tree should have the lights on the Christmas tree. They were golden. It was like French knots, but they were with thread. I added beads instead, you see, so that they would be very nice. And also here on the house, there are like lights. I suppose it's lights here. So they were like one stitch with different colors. Look how it looks here in on the if you can see it here, how it looks. It's one stitch, different colors. Of course, the colors which were used like in the design. And here I chose one bead from Mill Hill, from the beads I had, to match as much as possible with the color of the thread which had to be used here. I'm super thrilled about this thing. So this is the thing which makes me the happiest, I would say. Yeah, I'm very, very happy, and I like it quite a lot, this one. It's nice. And if I speak about the materials, of course I stitched, as I said, the kit. I used the fabric, the Aida from the kit, because this is how I started it like 5 years ago, even more, 6 years ago. So that's why I didn't change anything. I don't regret a bit, because you know the space which cannot be seen is very little. It's a little bit here and a little bit here, and that's it. So I don't regret not changing it. The threads were enough. I haven't like cleaned them up. So these are the ones which are on the organizer. Yes, not very many, and I have on this organizer, the one which I actually use. I know it's a mess, but I'm going to keep all of them, because I'm keeping the dimensions threads, because there are kits which are out of print for a long time, and they are quite expensive and sometimes even difficult to find, and the chart can be found easier. So if you have the chart and if you have the dimensions threads, you can stitch something for which you would pay how to say, very big money, something like this. So yeah, the design is finished finally. I hope I will be able to stitch something else, because I couldn't start anything else until I have finished this one. Finishing. I have an idea about the finishing, but I have to check if it's going to be okay. Of course, you will find out about how this one is going to be finished in my videos, but I'm not going to finish it now. If it risks to be finished, this is going to be before the winter holidays. I mean, this winter holidays. If not, maybe later. The fact that still is stitched already is a big achievement for me. And yes, the design is beautiful. I love it very, very much. And after finishing Christmas tradition by dimensions, of course I'm going to continue stitching something else, and finally I'm going to take care of this design by Nora Corbett, 6 Gisa laying, because I couldn't stitch this one properly, and still I have just this part. Nevertheless, it's not a little, because the design is not big. It's 3,000 and something stitches, and I suppose that it's going to be stitched quickly and easily. And this one is going to be, I had it on the big hoops on stand from Elpsy, and I'm going to put it on the stand from Luca S, the one I used to use when I stitched the that design because I like it. So far I like it, and I stitch easily when I have that one. And the organization, I showed that I have such organizer from Wonderland, and here is for the beads. You see the treasures are already here. I have to pour the beads. I thought that I poured them, but no, they are not here. So yes, this one is going to be stitched next. I suppose it's going to be stitched fast. I don't know if I'm going to show you something in between, but if I'll have the time, if it's going to be the situation, yes, I'll show you something. If not, so from this, probably the next thing you're going to see is going to be the ready stitched design. And besides 6 geese laying by Nora Corbett, of course, I'll have new projects because I won't stitch that one alone. But if I'm going to stitch that one alone, of course, I'm going to finish and I'll need a new project. And I would like to start something from Just Nan, because I have this Christmas socks, or how they're called. I have 3 of them. I mean, like the ones which come in the same style. I also have, besides the 6, I say that they have the same style. I have the one with the angel and the one with the teddy, which Victor is the name of the owner of that Christmas stocking, not sock, Christmas stocking. But these ones which come, you know, like with this element, like here we have the element, the flowers here, then they have with the pearl cotton, it's stitched here, so they are the same, you see. I still have to stitch these ones. I have burgundy bouquet to stitch, I have Yuletide ivy, and I have roses for Saint Nicholas, which I have to stitch. And I was like thinking of starting one of them, because I want the 6 of them to be stitched, and then I want to finish them in stockings, you see. And in the beginning, when I started stitching them, I said that every Christmas I'm going to stitch one, but I already have 2 years since I haven't stitched none. So I have to start stitching one. Last time I stitched the others pretty quickly, pretty easily. I don't know how it's going to be with these ones, because I'm going to choose burgundy bouquet out of these ones. And I already picked the materials before filming this video. So burgundy bouquet looks like this. The materials which I need, so the embellishment pack is here. This is how it looks like. It's 3 colors of beads. Materials which I need here, I already tried to put together. So I need some DMC threads. So these ones are for these ones which are getting low on the bobbins. Then I need the DMC pearl cotton. Actually, it's 2 colors, but there are 2 sizes, because this one, it's a crew, and it comes a crew in number 12 and number 8, and this one is 644, and again, it comes in number 8 and in number 12, and this one I used a lot. I hate when this one gets out, but when you are like using it, you cannot do it otherwise. That's why I'm using to tuck it inside, but I don't like this one at all. And it also needs 3 cranics, which I don't have, the 3 of them. It needs, so it needs number 4, cranic, it's number 4, very fine braid, number 4. So 102, apparently I have 2 of them. I'm going to use this one. If I'm going to need more, I'm going to start this one, but I don't think I need so much. Then it was needed 002, but simple, not high luster, and I have high luster like how do I say, more. I have 3, I think, spools of high luster, and I also need the 202 high luster. I think it's high luster, yeah, 202 high luster number 4 braid. And this one, that one, I don't have it in my stash, and I'll have to order it. But nevertheless, I can start stitching this one, because the cranics, they needed most of them, 3 of them actually, they needed in this tassel here, the tassel which is stitched, because only this one or this one I used like in the elements here. So of course, until I'm going to stitch this one, this one, this one, it will come the this one, or I can look if there is a replacement in Rainbow Gallery, because I also have some Rainbow Gallery, and I can look if there is a replacement and I can stitch with that one. Nevertheless, I'll deal with this thing quicker than I think. The important thing is to have time for stitching. This is the most important thing. Yeah. And that's not everything. There are going to be some small designs, because you know that that time of the year when the hearts are everywhere comes. That's why I like stitching something connected with Saint Valentine's Day. That's why this year I just pulled from my stash some little small designs which are going to be made in between. I'm not sure if I'm going to make all of them, most probably but no, but nevertheless I took the small designs which I remembered about, which are connected with hearts, so that I could stitch them. So I have I Love Such a Heart with a key which is called Love. This is from Mill Hill. I bought all the series except the music one, Love Notes. Just didn't find myself into this one, and I was thinking into taking these 5 designs little by little to stitch during the year, and this is going to be the first one I would like to have. Then Shepherd's Bush has I found 3 heart designs. So this is a heart treat bag. You see, this one comes on. This one is going to be easy to stitch because and easy to finish, easier than the rolls. I mean, but this one is beautiful, beautiful. And 2 rolls. There is like the folk heart roll. This one. Also in pink. Is this a color of pink? Yep, I think. I'm not sure. This one. This is how it looks like. And so I also have antique heart roll. This is how it looks like. This one is darker. Yeah, this one is darker. And it's I can see that it's this one is older probably, because I think so. I'm not sure. I am not sure. So I'm going to choose in between my larger projects, some of the small projects, and I'll try to stitch something connected to Valentine's Day. And I also have such a bookmark design. This is Luca S, and this one was bought 100 years ago. Yeah, this is I'm joking. So this is a bookmark. You have everything inside. You have just to stitch this little owl and you finish it. And this one was, as I said, bought a long time ago, but as I'm not reading so much nowadays, and the things I'm reading, I have as a bookmark the picture of my son, which was like ordered when they had the school photos. There was a package which included also, like, you know, like how it said, bookmarks, key fobs, something like this, and I chose that packet, and I have my son's face as a bookmark. But for him, because he started like going to the library, and with me, of course, and having books, and he doesn't enjoy reading, and to my surprise, probably he is like his father in this thing, because I have always adored to read. So reading, especially when I was young, a child. I mean, I was a teenager. I was like eating books, I would say. I was reading fast. I was reading a lot. I was reading like above my age, the books I used to read. So that you would understand that I graduated English literature. Like I have a master degree in English literature. So reading, it was like my thing always. And he doesn't like reading. He doesn't enjoy reading. And I was like, and I thought about like motivating him. So I would stitch, because I was keeping this one for him, by the way, to stitch this owl and to make a bookmark for him, and like have a bookmark in the books he reads. Yeah, this one is very small. It's going to be quick, but this one was waiting its time, and the time came to be stitched. And I think that's everything what I wanted to show you in today's video. I hope it was interesting for you. I hope you liked the video. And of course, see you in my next videos. Until then, bye bye.